Shit, this the drink that sent me off to Korea. Couple different flavors, couple you can say, lean like major laser. All about the paper. I'm stacking the money, in the bank, buying and pouring and sipping the drink, running on you.
All right, welcome, guys. Welcome back to Japanese Tutor's chess class. It's your boy, Japanese Tutor, and we're again going over Mark Dvoretsky's Endgame manual. In this installment, we're going to do the outside pass pawn, and we're going to lead to position advantages. And I'm going to read from the text. And oh, hey, the Italian guy in Japan, what up? It's not much. I'm just streaming. I'm gonna put some music on for you guys in the background. All right, so I'm just gonna read from the text and maybe put a little bit lower. There we go. All right, an outside pass pawn usually means a positional advantage sufficient to win. This pawn will draw off the enemy king, allowing our own king to be the first to attack the enemy pawns. Okay. Of course, that's not always the case. In some games, it's enough for a draw only. So you can be losing, but if you have an outside pass pawn, then it's enough for a draw sometimes. Depending on the position, there's not one clear-cut method of winning an endgame. Alright, so we're going to have this game by Lombardi versus Fischer. Everybody should know who Fischer is. It's a USA championship in New York, 1960-1961. Okay, so from the text, it says that the game hangs in the balance after rook a1. So after rook a1 here, let's put this down. So after rook a1, despite black's material advantage, it's not so easy to find a way to break through the enemy defenses. However, Lombardi committed harakiri. It actually says harakiri in the book. Harakiri is Japanese for slitting one's own stomach. So taking a katana or a knife and slitting your stomach open, exposing your guts. And he allowed Fischer to obtain an easily won pawn ending based on the outside pass pawn. Alright, so this can even be a tragic comedy because he just found a way to mess up. So instead of playing rook a1, attacking on this line, he played rook e1, which is a mistake. Okay, and after rook e1, Fischer played the amazing rook captures c3. Rook captures c3, b captures c, king captures. Rook captures, king d2, rook captures, king captures, and then king d5. King d5, king d2, king c4, h5, b6. b6 is very important because now we're trying to get an outside pass pawn, right? Know that once we play a5, they can push, but then we have an outside pass pawn. If they take, we take with this, and we have another outside pass pawn, and we can use that as a distraction to collect the other pawns. We can give that pawn away because then we'll take this pawn and we'll take all of these pawns. Okay. All right. So from the text, black gets an outside passed a pawn by force, which draws the white king to the edge of the board. King c2, and this is all from one move, guys. So knowing your end games means that you're gonna have plans in the middle game. You can say, hey, I want to win this end game, so I'm gonna put my pawns in the correct squares, and that'll ultimately lead you to being a better player. So king c2, g5, awesome, g5, allowing this, very nice, not letting him get anything. So h6, all right, great. H6, f4, and this is just to tie down everything on the king side so that he doesn't have any potential moves later. g4, and finally a5. Now that everything's tied down on the king side, we're just gonna play on the queen side. So ba, 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 king b2, a4, king a3, king captures c3. And this is pretty much over, as you guys know. King d4, oops, king d4, king b4, king e3, and white resigned. And all from just knowing one simple endgame, knowing that the outside pass pawn is usually enough to win. Sometimes you don't even have to calculate. I mean, always calculate, but if once you know the idea, it's just like, oh, this should be winning, and then you calculate it, and then it's winning. So play it. All right, and let's go into our next example. Just gonna set it up for you guys first. Just give me 1 second. So now in this book, we are now looking at games where we're transitioning a middle game or a rook endgame into a pawn endgame. And that's a very important technique to have and skill that you should master, how to convert a win. In chess, we have a saying, the hardest game to win is a one game. And I'll explain that in a little bit. Oops. And it is white to move. So the hardest game to win is a one game. And so basically that means that you have to make so let's say your position is totally dominating. You have to make all the right moves to win, because if you slip up once, then it's fine. You're gonna lose. There's another saying that goes in connection with this one. One bad move erases 40 good moves. Okay, so you want to be accurate. You want to make sure everything is correct, and knowing how to transition from a rook endgame to a winning pawn endgame is like key. Or any endgame into a pawn endgame, a winning pawn endgame, or a drawn pawn endgame, depending if you're the losing side. So let's look at this one, and I'm just going to read from the text over here. In the following diagram, white had to play rook h1. So he had to play rook h1, intending rook h5, and after king c6, neither c7 or rook c7, b3, nor e7, rook h5, rook e2, rook captures d5 is dangerous. Nothing is dangerous, and that's just a draw. So this is a game versus Martinov and Ulibin in a dog bag piece. Oh, this is so horrible. Dagov Peels, yeah, in 1986. Why do cities have really strange names? I don't know. Yeah, white's more active king in this position, and in rook positions assure him good compensation for the pawn. Right, so because we're down a pawn here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're down a pawn, but we have an active king, so that is sometimes worth a pawn. In the game, white played rook e1, which is a mistake, misjudging the force of the reply rook e7. So Ulibin, which is black in this situation, allowed his opponent to re-establish material equality because he knew that he would have a decisive positional advantage in the pawn endgame thanks to his unstoppable threat of creating an outside pass pawn. Now, obviously, where can we make the outside pass pawn? Can we make it here? 2 versus 3, no, right? We cannot make it here. So, we have a rook pawn, right? An outside pass pawn are pawns that are over here. That's an outside pass pawn, right? Usually the rook pawns, usually. So he captured, captures, rook d5, and then g6, right? Because we want to play h5, and then if takes, then we have an outside pass pawn, right? If he doesn't take, then we just have a pass pawn that's going to become a girl. Alright, so g6, very important move. c4, h5, gh, right? So now this pawn is almost queenie, so he has to take care of that. He has to move this pawn to be in the square of the pawn, or he has to move his king back. So So c4, h5, g, h, g, h, king e5, h4, king f4. Now, very, very clever move, f5, right? f5, what f5 does, if you remember that pawns, if you get behind a pawn, you can never catch a pawn that you're on the same line with, right? If you catch this pawn, if you take this pawn, then he goes here. Then if you try to come here, then he's out, right? And you're just one step too late. Also, it doesn't allow you to go to this square. This pawn's preventing you from going to this square. So effectively, he just made a blockade. Alright, so after f5, b4, this king is paralyzed. He can't do anything right now. He can't even come here because he just can't. I mean, he can. He can try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But remember, we have a king too, right? And if he does do this, well, we'll see in the game. So king d6, oops, king d6, king e3, a5. a5 is really, really strong because if he takes this one pawn, so if he takes this one pawn protects both, right? So let's go back. a5, a3, a captures b, a captures b, h3. Very, very strong move. King f2, king e5, king g3, king d4. Now we see why black exchanged a pair of pawns with a5. In this way, he wins the queenside pawns quicker and can queen his b pawn before white gets anything going on the king side. King captures h3, takes, king g3, captures, okay, captures b4, king f4, king c4, and unfortunately, remember what we said about square and he's going to be in front of it? Bam. Captures f5, b5, f4, b4. Now he has to move out of the way, right? We have 3 and he has 4 and he has to move out of the way. So king e6, push, and he's trying to get the position where it's a draw with the pawn, right? But that's not going to happen. b3, and white resigned after this. So just to show you, queen, and let's say if f7, then we play queen b4, and then we get under the pawn. Very simple. Okay, so we are going to go under some tragic comedies. Bro, it looks like I can never say long. Got an early morning. Don't worry about it. That Italian guy in Japan. Thank you for being here, and thank you just for spending some time with me. Hopefully, you can see one of my streams. I know the time difference is a real factor. And take care, brother. Okay, so we're gonna go over a tragic comedy. This is by Nimzovich and Tarash. So we're gonna set up another one. And this is in San Sebastian in 1911. And the king is here, and it is white to move. All right, great. So let's see why it's a tragic comedy. So the actual move made was king h5. Okay, and this is what what happened? Rook here. Oh, sorry. Rook b5! Exclamation point. Right, rook b5. King g4. Rook captures. King captures. f5. a5. King e4. So he can catch it, right? But maybe we just play here. Maybe. Or we can just play, what, f5 check? Remember, if he goes here, now he can never catch it, right? Because he has to be in the square of the pawn. And he wouldn't be able to do that if he takes that pawn. So f5 is really strong, also preventing g4. I suggest the reader establish for himself that white loses after g4. So f4, king c4. Wait, sorry. f4. f5 check, and white resigns. Since after king d4, f4, making this a backwards pawn. King c4, king g6, and it's just too much. The king can't even come back because of the threat of a4 queening, so he has to stay around the pawn, and then we gobble up all of his pawns. Right? Okay. That's right. So let's go back behind this. And so the move to draw, white had a draw with, and this is from the text right here. Also in that variation, sorry, let me go back. In this variation with king d4, king g6 here, he thought that if he just pushed, he would get in the square of the pawn, and then these two pawns would be able to hold. But that's not the case, because after f5 and f4, this pawn becomes backwards, and now the king can come and collect the pawns. So that's what he was hoping. He was just hoped that he played here, and he was able to catch these pawns, and he would be able to trade a pawn off. And he has his own outside pass pawn, so he thought that was enough to win, but or draw at least. So white did have a draw on king h7 instead, and on rook b5, rook captures b5! Exclamation point. And he's also challenging us to, if g4, that we are losing here. So he challenges us to try to figure or go through this. Rook captures f5, g captures f5, a5, h5, a4, h6, a3, a3, king h8, a2, h7, king e7, exclamation, king e7, right? And then if, let's say, he brings it up, then a equals queen, queen, queen g1. Let's say if king h6, right, then we have queen g5 check, and then king f7, and the queen cannot do anything, right, because the king and the queen cover all the squares, and it's not a stalemate because they have that move. So very, very nice. Welcome back, and a lot of people here today. Thank you guys all for just stopping by. Alright, so let's go through the next one, the next tragicomedy. And for those of you who don't know or who don't stop in, a tragicomedy, it's Mark Dvoretsky's portion or section of each chapter where he shows us where very famous grandmasters have slipped up and lost or drawn winning positions or lost drawn positions because of their lack of understanding, or sometimes they just slip up. Remember, end games come at the end, so you're already tired from playing a 5-hour game. And this is why when I teach chess, I teach end games at the end of the lesson, because usually you're gonna be tired at the end of the lesson, right? So at the end of the game, you're also tired, so you should practice how you're gonna play. It's like taking 100 jump shots and just keep going until you're tired, because in the game you're going to be tired if you're shooting so many jump shots. Or like shooting drills after practice, if that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, I always practice end games at the end of the lesson, because usually the student is tired, and that's where we should practice. Okay, so this is Bridgman versus Darius. I like the name Darius. It's one of my favorite players in League of Legends. It's just so strong right now. Alright, great. So it is white to move. So in the game, a draw was agreed. Unfortunately, and this is in Botsov in 1969. So a draw was agreed here, but white can win. And I'm just going to read from the text. So after king f5, king h7, king e4, king g6, king d3, king captures f6. And it says that if black doesn't take the pawn at once, white's king will capture the queen side and still have enough time to get back to the king side. Okay, king e4. Very nice. There isn't time to go after the queen side anymore. However, the situation on the king side is now a simple win due to the outside pass pawn. Very nice. King g6, king f4. And he says that after this, both g3 here or king f5 are good, because obviously we're going to go here and then we're going to collect the pawns, and this pawn's queening. Oops, that pawn's going to queen here. And he has one exercise for us. This is a beauty, actually. Can I go over this one more time? This is a beauty. Look at how elegant this is, because we're gonna go say we have two plans, right? We want to stay on the king side because we have an outside pass pawn, and our king is gonna go to the queen side if you don't take this pawn, right? So bam, bam, and on king f5, so he actually has something on king f5. So let's see, black. So if king f5, king c4, king captures f6, king b5, king g6, king captures a5, f5 with the pawn. Sorry, a lot of these annotations are throwing me off. King captures b4. Wait, he just played king g6 now. King captures a5, f5, king captures b4, f4, king c3, and I can step into the square of the pawn, right? Right now I'm in the square of the pawn, so I can catch it. This is an outside pass pawn, this is an outside pass pawn. This is way more than enough to win. I have two outside pass pawns on different sides of the board. This is more than enough to win. And also, let's go over the example that he takes, right? We say, hey, let's go back. Blocking this off. This is all blocked off. He has one square to go to, and g6, bam. You try to take our pawn. Even if you don't try to take our pawn, if you try to protect, you try to hold, we always have this tempo. And if you bam, right, and let's say you try to play a passive defense, right? Like, we don't even have to give you that, but that's how much our position is winning. Bam, give you this pawn. Right, all these, they protect each other. We can queen the pawn. Right, easy enough. Alright, so let's go over the exercise in this chapter. And if anybody has any questions, hey, Norwegian Chess Giant, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the stream. And I saw your profile. It was like you're like 11'6", and you live in Norway. That was such a good name, Norwegian Chess Giant. And if you're actually like tall and you play chess, that's an amazing name. Like for me, I'm actually I used to be a Japanese tutor, and that's why this became my online name, Japanese Tutor. So I like names with a good backstory. Okay, great. So this is an exercise. I'm gonna play some music for you guys. It's white to move. Okay, I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes, and we have some new music, so I'm gonna play it for you guys. All right, and once the music starts, you have the 2 minutes. So ready, set.
Drugs with pass the bottle, this my shit. You don't like it, you bugging, bitch. This the drink that'll get you right. This the stuff that's gonna change your life. This the drink that'll get you hype. I like to mix mine with Sprite. Take a couple shots, get a slice of that dollar piece. Hang it with Italians, making bitches scream mama me. Couple Asian chicks, bad bitches I told me and shit. This the drink that sent me off to Korea. Couple different flavors, couple you can say. Lean like major laser, all about the paper. I'm stacking the money, got tons in the bank. Buying and pouring and sipping the drink. Running on E, need to refill the tank. Got some more bottles, the fuck did you think? Pour another glass, let's keep getting faded. 16 shot, and no I ain't playing. Trying to get 50 M's and I'm patiently waiting. Chase feeling nice and they start to get naked. I'm in love with the soju. I'm in love with the soju. Hey, I'm in love with the soju. I'm in love with the soju. Yeah. I'm in love with the soju. Yeah. I'm in love with the soju. Hey, I'm in love with the soju. This soju. Hey. Alcohol flowing and I'm getting more social, getting more wild and getting more vocal. Take it one shot. Here, let me show you. Asking questions like, who that? I don't know you. They see I'm still drinking. They ask me what I'm thinking, but I can't understand the words that they speaking. But I see my phone over here steady ringing. Cause I sent that drunk text to that one ex, but I don't flex. So who up next? Bottles on bottles on bottles. These sixes looking like models. Twitter, IG, thousands of followers. Party and bullshit. I ain't about the problems. I'm in love with the soju. I'm in love with the soju. I'm in love with the soju.
All right, hopefully you guys were able to solve it. This is the example that we had right like prior to this one is really similar to this one, so I think this was a pretty easy one. I don't see anything in the chat, so I am just going to give you guys the answer. All right, and I think clearly, remember that in the last example, we can give away this pawn because this pawn's such a threat, right? Because of this, hello, right? Let's say he plays f6, king g3, right? He can't go here. He can't go here. He has to go there. If he goes here, he cannot stop our pawn, right? Because remember this, the rule of the square, or square of the pawn, right? If he's here, so like let's say king e5, right? Oh wait, can he stop our pawn? Oh, but he can just play f6 and he can get it there. So never mind. Wait. So if he plays like king e5, then we can play king g4, king d, bam, and then we can play king g5, stopping him from going here. Fair enough. Whoa. And we just got a new follower. Thank you so much for following. It has to appear on my stream. I just got an email. But Raj Mithun is following. So thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Alright, so let's go back. Right? So let's say on, so king g3, king g6, let's say. I want to come inside. I want to come inside the house. King f7. Come inside the house. King g7, h5, h6. King g8. King captures f6. Right. Let's say he doesn't move the pawn. Right. Let's say he just f5. Let's say he doesn't take the pawn first. Then obviously this is super winning. And then we just bloop. We can even hold that, right? We don't have to care about that pawn. That pawn's his. I wonder if I can even play this. Can I play this? Yeah, I think I can play this. Bam. Because he can't come out, right? Or let's say he plays a more aggressive defense. Then we can even play well, how about we just play king e5 first? King e5, king g4, take, f4. Right, okay, so maybe this is losing for us. So maybe let's not give away the pawn. Alright, so maybe just e5, having the threat of the pawn. We can give it to him, but he has to take his time to take it. Right, and if king h5, then maybe we can just king f6, take this pawn and then come around. King g, wait, can he can't take the pawn, right? So mine squares. Remember the corresponding squares that we did in the previous videos? Yep. They came back. Alright. Alright, so let's say okay, so f5. King h5. Maybe he can play f6 here. So maybe that's not good. Maybe we just play f6, right? If he plays there. Just want to play. Let's just take. And if king captures f6, then I'll play here. Now I have two pawns. Cool, right? All right. Easy enough. Let's get into the next lesson. So this is the two rooks pawn with an extra pawn on the opposite wing. So let's set this up. And then I'll get right into the text. And it is, I think it's white to move. But he doesn't give, so I'll leave it just like that. Alright, so some pretty important information, so this goes down. Okay. Positions in which two rooks pawns are facing each other with one side having a distant pass pawn, again, from the text. are fairly common in practice, so it's useful to have a quick and accurate way of evaluating them. The plan to play for a win is obvious. The king will go after the rook's pawn. His opponent, meanwhile, must eliminate the pawn on the other wing and then rush his king over to the corner where he can stop the rook's pawn. Under what circumstances can he succeed? So he's going to go over the circumstances. So in the next diagram, white to move wins. So he's going to play a5, and he gives that an exclamation point. King g7, king f4, king f6, king e4, king f7, king d5, king f6, king c6, captures rook b6, king b6, king e6, king captures a6, king d7, king b7. Okay. And this is an easy win because I have 3 moves, right? Alright, so let's go back. And he's saying if it's black's turn to move, but let me put up the position so you guys can see it. So if it's black's turn to move, then a5, the position is now drawn. As you may easily determine, black's king has enough time to get to c8. Right, okay, so if a5, let's try the same technique. And he can get under. Yep. So draw. Very nice. But let's say we move the kings and the f pawn down 1 rank down, or 1 file to the left, then once again black loses. But what if we also move the queenside pawns 1 rank down? Of course, the position standing in front of us, any question is easily answered. But in practice, such situations often occur at the end of long calculations, and extending such calculation a few moves further yet could be difficult. So it would be good to have a definite evaluation of the position immediately as soon as we lay eyes on it. So basically what he's saying is, if we have an idea in our head of what a winning position is, then we don't have to calculate further, right? And I was just discussing this with one of my friends. He's a chess master, but he doesn't study. And I was saying to him, you can have amazing calculations, right? You can calculate 45 different variations in your head per second, but you don't have to put the mental stress. You can use that calculation, that power that you're using to calculate those variations on other things. And once you see the position in your head, and that you know that's a winning position, instead of having to go down another 10 moves. So W. Barr demonstrated such means of a quick appraisal in 1936, and I did not find his rule very convenient for us. In addition, it wasn't designed to work when the king would be not to one side but ahead of the pawn. So therefore, I offer a somewhat different method of quickly evaluating this sort of position. Okay, so he's going to give us a few rules. The first rule is similar to Barr's rule. If the rook's pawn of the stronger side is the one with the extra pawn, has crossed the middle of the board, it is always a win. Okay, so I'll read that one more time. If the rook's pawn of the stronger side has crossed the middle of the board, it is always a win. Interesting. Okay, we shall designate a normal position in which a rook's pawn which block one another are separated by the middle of the board, and black's king aiming for the c8 square can reach it without loss of time, because the passed pawn has either traversed the key diagonal h3 to c8 or stands upon it. Bam! This is knowledge right here, guys. This is the key of the end game. So once you see this in your head, once you see the position in your head, go for it, because you already know that's a win. All right. And the next, the normal position is drawn for the king side pawn. Every square behind the h3 to c8 diagonal is a reverse tempo for white. For example, I want to get into more examples. Okay, bam. So let's get into some examples. I'd rather do the example with you guys, but as long as you guys know the rules, then that's what's really important. There's a pawn, so white's the stronger side. King e4, king e6, king d4. But can he get to this? Oh, he can't get under, right? Hello. So that's a win, right? So we have to keep a few things in mind when calculating this. And let's go over these rules again. There's a third rule that I haven't mentioned. I did mention this rule. And every square the queenside pawns are behind the normal position is a reserve tempo for the defending side. With pawns on a3 at a3 a4, black has a reserve tempo in its favor with pawns at a2 a3. Okay. White wins only if the relative number of tempi calculated by means shown is above in his favor. So the formulation may seem a bit ungainly, but once memorized, it is quite easy to apply. For example, in the following diagram, white of course is on move. If it were black to move, the f pawn would queen, right? Because obviously, let's go back. The f pawn. Right, very, very simple. If it's black to move, obviously we have opposition, and we would easily win this because we're chess masters. White wins only if they're relative. Okay, in the following diagram, and we just went over the following diagram. Okay, great. So let's go over this position. So now he gives us this one. According to the rule, this is a draw, and in fact, after king f5, h5, king h5, and he says that king g3, king g5 is the normal position. Black does not play king f6. Right? Black does not play king f6. On here, because of king g4, and white has a reserve tempo because his king is in front of his pawn. Okay, but so instead of playing there, he would play f4, king f4. Okay, so let's go over this again. King f5, king h5, king f4. Very nice. h4, king f5, h6, f6, king h6, king f6, king h7, king f7, h5, king f6. It must be noted that here that this is the last rule is inoperative with the pawn on a starting square. In the diagram, black has 1 tempo. Since the queenside pawns are one rank back, but if it is his move, he still loses. The problem lies in the fact that the standard king f3 is impossible in view of king g5, g2. So let's go back into the position. The standard king f3 is impossible to the view of king here, king g2, h4. Okay. Oh, this is the following diagram, sorry. I was like, what? This is just a win for white. Alright. Let's set up the next position. Alright, so this is the pawn on the starting square. Alright, so he is saying that in the following diagram, black has 1 tempo, but if it's his move, he still loses. Okay. So let's see what you should play. With white to move, the position is drawn, even if the queenside pawns are placed as in the normal position, because the h pawn will have to go to h3. Right, so king h5, king f5, h3, king f4, and we get to the normal position. But he's saying if it's black to move, this is kind of confusing to understand, but we'll try to make some stuff. So the normal king f3 is impossible because of this, right? Because the pawn has 2 squares to go to instead of 1. Okay, so now it makes a little bit more sense, right? So, and let's say after f, let's say he goes king f3, and if he plays king f5, king g3, king g5, I don't think he can get around us. Yeah, he can't get around us. Right, okay. So, interesting. So if it's white to move, so I'll try to break this down for you guys. And let's try this. So if it's white to move in this position, it's a draw. If it's black to move in this position, it's a win. Right, you can't do that because of that, so let's play f5. Bam. No, but this should be a draw because he can get under. So if they're on the same line where he takes, then it should draw. Interesting. Very interesting. But if it's above that diagonal, that h3, if the pawns are above the h3, sorry, this diagonal and this diagonal, if the pawns are above this, or on it and above, then it's a win. The bottom pawn, at least, of the stronger side. Very interesting. Alright, so let's look at some more complex examples in which understanding my proposed rule considerably simplifies the calculation of variations. This is by Pervorotsky versus Petersons in Riga, 1967, okay? So these are some pretty complex examples here. But he's saying that understanding his rule will make life much easier, even though the rule is pretty hard itself. I guess it's kind of like playing piano, right? Like playing piano can seem difficult at first, but then once you get into it, it's just like, yo, if I hit this key, it's gonna make this sound, and if I hit that key, it's gonna make that sound. And once I learn this chord, it's very easy, and I play anything with my right hand. I can play chords on my left hand, right? So I guess so. All right. So everybody ready? Everybody ready for this? Drop this knowledge right here. So black has an obvious positional plus. His plan is clear. King g6, king f5, king e4. That's what he wants to do. He wants to go f5. He wants to go to e4. That's very simple. Get his king a little bit more active, and then attack the queenside pawns with either the bishop or king. This plan can be forestalled by offering a trade of bishops, but this requires accurate calculation. d4. Bishop captures d4, takes on d4. King f5. King f2. King e4. d5. Otherwise, king captures d4, king captures f3, and then he plays king d3, winning all the pawns. So king d5, take. So d5, king catches f3, king d4, king e2, so you can't play here. c3, b captures c, b captures c, h4. Right, otherwise black would play h4 himself. After picking up the a3 pawn, he wins because his pawn on the opposite wing has crossed over the center of the board. So since his pawn has not crossed the center of the board, now he can still draw because he can reach back. Okay, so let's go over some more moves. After the text, we have the normal, that is the drawn position. Okay, so king b3, and after this we're gonna take a small break. We're gonna have like a little intermission. I'm gonna play some music, and then we're gonna do some blitz as well. King b3, king d3, king captures a3, king c3, a5, and remember the king c4, right? We always want to come back if their pawn is in the normal position where it's like in the middle and they haven't crossed. Okay, so you can't play here, right? Because we're gonna just take, and then we can come back in time to defend. And let's show that. Oops, give him 2 moves, right? And as soon as he takes that pawn, we're gonna be in time, right? So let's go back. Boom, boom, boom. c4, king a4, king c3, king c3, king b5, king b3, and this is a draw as well, no matter how you look at it. The calculation of this endgame resulted in the position we have examined in one form or another. If white had not been able to appraise them mechanically using the rule shown above, but had to extend their variations to the end, he would have to take each of his calculations a dozen moves further. Certainly not a simple process, right? So you can calculate all of this, but just having one set rule and just knowing the positions off the top of your head is going to make life much simpler. So as stated, I'm gonna see if I can open up a new window. So let's go to, and let's just do some blitz. Gonna put some music on. So I'm just setting it up right now.
sliding inside of you. Just from one touch,
All right.
I got your legs shaking. Watching you drip from the slow we making.
That was fast.
Let me stop and take it down on you. I see that your spot, girl, don't you move. Girl, don't you move, cause I'ma take care of you. Cause we ain't gon' do anything and everything you like. And I promise, girl, that if you stay, you'll be alright. Just close your
I should have just probably played here. I'm down to move. Let's go. F3 is not common, so that's fine. I have time.
Don't go to sleep, girl. I'ma grind to the beat, girl. And I fulfill all your fantasies. Got you climbing on top of me, making love.
I think this is a common idea. I want to play here. I want to.
Just trying to be your whole world. Lay up in my room and that's where you about to toe curl. No girl, don't get your head done. I'ma tie that ass to the bed just so you can't run. And I swear to God,
I don't know. I think I'm positionally better. I don't know if I want a knight there or bishop. I think I want a knight there. I can attack a lot of things. This bishop is garbage. You see this? It has nowhere to go. I'm really liking this music. Let's get my queen in there. Oh, if anybody wants to play me,
I fulfill all your fantasies. Got you climbing on top of me, making love under them covers, baby. Covers, baby.
okay. He wants to trade queens. I want to push some stuff before I trade. So, no, not yet. I'm not trading it. I'm also threatening this. Okay. Free pawn.
I met this bad girl. I love her face and her ass well. Leave you amazing, her chest dog. Those ain't straight A's. Those are bad grades. I wanna say, can you meet me at the club with your girl? Do I think tonight? Know that when you leave,
Getting this active.
did you wrong? And I swear I'ma do you right. Baby, pack your bags. We can take this flight. She wanna roll with my niggas. She wanna hang with my squad. She said she wanna leave with me. I told her meet me outside. I keep a girl on her knees as if she's playing this God. I lays it down, I don't play around. I break it down and I slide.
So, no, not yet. I'm not trading it. I'm also threatening this. Okay. Free pawn.
I met this bad girl. I love her face and her ass well. Leave you amazing, her chest dog. Those ain't straight A's. Those are bad grades. I wanna say, can you meet me at the club with your girl? Do I think tonight? Know that when you leave,
Getting this active.
did you wrong? And I swear I'ma do you right. Baby, pack your bags. We can take this flight. She wanna roll with my niggas. She wanna hang with my squad. She said she wanna leave with me. I told her meet me outside. I keep a girl on her knees as if she's playing this God. I lays it down, I don't play around. I break it down and I slide.
She on the roll.
And I'm gonna let her. She want me to take her home and do her better.
Saw you walking by.
Oh my god, she's a super fly.
You was in your section with your shorties. I was with my guys. I'm feeling something my life. Trying to get you home, girl, tonight. If I can get you back to my crib, you're gonna want some of this pipe. So listen, let's just take your clothes off. Fucking for hours. My superpowers make you doze.
So nobody has challenged me yet, so I'll just play another one here. So maybe we're going for a collie. So let's try to take the e4 square.
She wanna hang with my squad. She said she wanna leave with me. I told her meet me outside. I'll keep her.
If we ever play, I'll wait for knight c3, and then I'll play d5 after. If you play c3, then I don't have to play d5 immediately. I can wait. Okay, so I'll play d5 because I want to control this square. Yeah, he's playing just the collie. So in the collie, some of the plans are to play e4, c4. I'll play here. I think my bishop is way stronger. Whoa, brazen. He really wants to try to checkmate here. I don't need no check. Okay, so that's why I could have just played rook over. Yeah, I hung that. Yeah, I'll play this over here. Play this over here. I can claim that I have an attack for a bishop. Challenge failed. Can't create because I can change that in my settings. Okay, I will do that. Just give me a second. After this game. Wow. Did I get my bishop back? Hey. Understand the words I miss. Let's do that one accent stuff like maybe he wants to play here. Oh, that's what he wanted to do. All right, cool. Where are you going, buddy? Alright, let's see if we can try to swindle our way out of this. Oh, draw. That should be a draw. That's 3 times. Okay, I'll give him a draw. That's a draw. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I have to change it in my settings. So give me 1 second. I'll change that in my settings right now. So where do I go? Yeah. Actually, I'll leave this on the live chess screen, and then I'll search. I don't know what kind of sensitive information. Oops, no. Alright, settings, new window. Are you up for a bullet match? Best of 5. I can do bullet. I'm really bad at bullet. But yeah, give me 1 second. I'll do some bullet with you. Let me just change it in my settings. Alright, board and pieces, live chess. I don't see it here. But alright, awesome. Let's do this. I just changed my board in pieces, so just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go to live chess and I'm gonna see if I can play this guy right now. Oops, play Charlie checkmate. Alright, that's you. Alright, good luck, buddy. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit. Oh no. You wanna check me? Okay, I will play here. Oh man, it's a bullet game. You gotta play a little bit faster than that. Oh man, just lost a piece. Okay, I'm gonna ruin your pawn structure real quick. Gonna threaten to win the pawn. Okay, I'm gonna castle. I heard that's a good thing to do. I'm gonna attack all the pawns. If plays rook d5, I'm gonna play d5. Ooh, I like that move a lot. You know what I'll do? I'll play this. I only have 10 seconds left. Oh no. Give me that. Oh man. Oh man. I need to play faster. I'll play faster. The Petrov, I will gladly decline it. Or the Ali, I can. Okay. Play there first. Okay, so I'll play here. castle. Bishop h3. You don't have a black square bishop anymore, so where's your bishop going? Actually, I really want to trade this bishop for this bishop. I want my pawn structure to be better. Okay, so give me that. He has to play pawn 6, and I'll play it here. Okay, so give me that. And then I will develop with a tempo. Okay, so he doesn't care. Oh, he really doesn't care. What? Yo, my man does not care. That's a queen, baby. Right. Yeah, we saw that. And then you got the check, right? But I'm gonna have a lot of pieces for that tactic. Okay. Playing really slow. Oh no. Oh no, I hang a piece. Alright, it's 1-1. The Trapalski, who's really good at playing this? I think what's his face is good. Nakamura was really good at playing this. Yeah, I missed that. Give me this, give me everything. Oh no. That's fine. I don't mind trading. What's this? Okay. Let's just castle. King's out of position. Or maybe he's in position for the endgame. What I was just talking about. Active king. So maybe he was actually paying attention and I wasn't. Okay. But I also want to pass pawn, right? As they say, passed pawns must be pushed. Give me this. Push this. Wow. I have to do a lot of pre-moves for this, so it's 2-1 in his favor. It's 2-1 in his favor. I just have to play a little bit faster. Oops. Whatever. Like, this is so inconspicuous. Like, I don't know what he's gonna play here. What? Why would he do that? I guess it's bullet, right? So doesn't matter what you play as long as you play fast and make the other person think like what he's doing to me. Okay. I got my own checkmate threats. Checkmate. So 2 up. I'm so bad in bullet. Oh no, I forgot that he has like that little trap in bullet where you can just play bishop out. You can blunder on purpose to try to win some material. Oh no, I'm taking that. Thank you. That's mighty nice for me. Look at that. I wouldn't exchange. Yeah, I wouldn't exchange, so I'll take it. He might play rook here, and I should just drop back in that case. I don't know where his knight is going, but let's play. Oh, he's trying to attack. Okay, I'll just have my queen defending there just in case. I will take that all the time. Yes. Okay. 18 seconds, 18 seconds. What can I do? Oh, give me that. Whew. All right, so it's 3-2 in my favor. Oh, was that it? Oh, he was like, I thought, okay, best out of 5. Amazing match. Thank you so much. I started to warm up a little bit to the Blitz. I think my wrist is hurting a little bit. You're gonna be back. Well, amazing. Thank you. I think you are followed as well, right? I'm pretty sure. But stay around for some lessons. I have some more pawn endgames to show. My man just followed. Yes. You the man. You the man. Thank you so much. And on this channel, we're doing a lot of chess lessons on how to get better at chess. These are really high quality lessons that show you how to win in the endgame. Right now, we're doing pawn endgames, but we're going to go through all situations of all endgames. And then from there, we're going to go transition into openings. Get you booked up on the openings so you can beat anybody. Start beating Magnus Carlsen. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, so we just did that one. So let's see, how many more do we have for this chapter? Well, we have a lot to cover in this chapter. You know what? We will give one more example, and then we'll do some variant chess, and then we will be out of here. If that sounds good, give me okay. Yeah. Endgames, openings. Once I finish a few openings, I think I'm going to cover maybe about 10 openings in detail. So like you'll know the ins and out of the opening. I want to cover middle games. So like common middle game positions, how to attack isolated pawns, how to attack connected pass pawns like hanging pawns and stuff like that. That sounds all right? All right, King Dave, thank you. So I want to do one more example because this is a really long chapter, and I'd rather divide this into 2 sessions instead of just one long session because this is really tough stuff. So I really want you guys to like sleep on it. Yeah, all right, great. Let's do this. All right, so I'm gonna go to the analysis board and just hold on for, give me a second, guys. You know, and this stream is just not about me playing. This stream is about everybody getting better, and that's what I hope to do. You know, give everybody the resources to get better at chess, so we have more chess players. And this one is white to move, and let me just make sure it's correct. Okay, and this is from Matanovic and Botvinnik, 1969, Belgrade, 1969. If you don't know who Botvinnik is, I recommend checking out his games. He has a lot of nice games. Okay, so white to move. In his notes, Botvinnik analyzed two approaches for white. Rook d5 and rook d6. So let's say rook d6, king e7, rook a6. Okay. And in fact, he had a third try. The king f2. For example, if e captures d, king e3, rook a1, rook captures d3, rook captures a4, rook d6, followed by rook a6, getting behind the pawn. One important thing that you always, so when you're pushing a pawn, you want your rook to be behind the pawn, so it supports its advance and not in front of the pawn. Just remember that if you do have a choice and you're making a plan in the endgame, you want your rook behind the pawn. Okay, but suppose we forget about all this possibility and try to choose the more exact of two possible rook moves. So rook d5 and rook d6. So let's go back. So first we must try some short variations in order to establish the differences between them, to compare their advantages and their shortcomings. Okay, so on rook d6, king e7, rook a6, a clear draw follows by rook captures e3, rook captures a5, or rook here, rook f2, e3, king f3, exclamation point, or even e2. Okay, which leads to the same position. Whatever. I think it's whatever is fine. However, the pawn capture on d3 is unpleasant. So let's say on rook d6, king e7, bam. So white must continue. Bam. Okay. So instead of this, this gives a lot of problems for white. So instead of that, rook d5 might be the better option. And here, exclamation point, then rook d2 check. Now this rook game, after ed and rook captures a5, or you're in check, so like rook here, king here, king captures a5 is harmless for white. Okay. But king f1, rook captures, oh, so let's say rook captures d3, rook captures d3, ed, king f2. Unfortunately here, too, it's not clear whether white can be saved. Nonetheless, pawn endings are generally of a more forcing nature than rook endings are. Oh, a lot of rook endings are endgames. There's a really famous quote that all rook endgames are draws. Okay, even if it's 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4, it's a draw. It's just for their drawish nature. It's more about like moving the rooks around instead of the pawns, and you can never really get pawn breaks when you have rooks on the board. So you have to really know what you're doing. I remember Magnus Carlsen drawing, I think it was a 1 versus 3. It was a beautiful thing to see too. Okay. So ED F2. Unfortunately, blah blah blah. Here, as a rule, it's possible to obtain an accurate appraisal of the position if you can take a variation to its conclusion, so it makes sense to concentrate our efforts on the calculation of this pawn endgame. Black has 2 plans of action, bringing the king to the center in hope of putting his opponent in zigzag, and the king break with g6 g5. We can easily establish that the first plan is harmless. Alright, so the first plan he gives as king e6, king e3, king d6, bam, king d5, right, taking opposition, king e6, king d4. Oh, sorry, back. On king d5, he plays g4 and then h6 to stop any pawn breaks. h6, g captures, so and then g5, getting the outside pass pawn. Oh wait, that's black playing it. Oops. Oh, so I'm going back to the main line. So king f2. Also, that's not what he played. And then this is his other plan. So king f. Oh no. So on king f2, the plan is g5. F captures g. Check. King g5. King e3 would be a mistake because g captures f. Okay, so king captures g5, e3, king e3, h5, king captures d3, h4. We have already seen the situation occurring after f4. In the previous example, white's king cannot attack the a pawn, but this isn't necessary. It's enough to squeeze the enemy king onto the h file. So let's just look at the natural moves. King e3. h4. I need 2 more moves. Oh, there it goes. GH. Okay. H. King e3. King g3. King e2. f4. King f1, preventing the king from going here. King f1. King captures h3, king f2, g4. Okay, so king g2, maintaining opposition. And here we have the normal drawn position. Matnovic was unable to calculate the pawn ending accurately, so preferred to keep his rooks on. Unfortunately for him, the rook ending turned out to be lost. Okay. And if we go all the way back, what he played was rook d6 question mark, king e7. Rook a6, e captures d, takes on a5. Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry guys. I've been doing it all this time, and okay, I'll go over it. I'm so sorry. That was a mistake on my part. Jesus, that's a big blunder. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Wow. At least we learned a little to play blindfolded. Oh, what a big mess. Okay. All right. So okay, here I'll go over both variations. So actually, this is saved, so it's great. So we had two plans. King F2 was one plan. Rook D2 is another plan. But okay. So here's one plan. Rook D5, and after. Wait, oops. This is the plan. There's a long line. After this, right? Or after rook captures e3. And this is the pawn endgame we were going after, saying that, hey, we can get the opposition, but this is fine too. The other one was the it was the rook captures e3 line, I think. No. It was when plays here, takes, king f2. And we were saying that g5 immediately won. G5 immediately won because I'm sorry guys, but this is winning because of takes, right? And we also have takes here, g captures h4, takes, and now black is winning. Well, not winning, but he's in a good position. And my man can slide under. Slide into the DMs. That won't happen again. At least today. That won't happen again. Sorry guys. I also gotta move this. Yeah. Gotta. So sorry for my mistake. So yeah. I think I'm gonna have like two screens set up. I think that's what I need, because I do need to pay attention to the chat a little bit more. So sorry about that, guys. But I'm gonna go back into the chess variant side. But this endgame that I was showing, he miscalculated it, so I wanted to go into how he miscalculated it. So he played rook d6 question mark, king 7 takes, and then on this rook captures a5, king d6, rook a8, king c7. Black repeats his move to gain thinking time. King a5, 6, rook a8, c5, king f2, rook a1 exclamation point, rook d8, rook d8, king c4. Now my king can defend this pawn. I'm not gonna give it to you just yet. King e3, attacking the pawn one more time. Rook e1 check. King f2, rook e2. King f3, rook e6. Exclamation. a5. King c3. Rook c8, king d2, h4. And according to Botnivik's analysis, after rook c7, wouldn't have saved white either. So let's just finish the game. Rook e1, exclamation point, a6, rook a1, rook c7, king e1, king g2, rook captures a6, rook e7, king d1, captures h7, rook a2 check, king f1, d2, rook c7. F Twilight is now hosting me with 3 viewers. just something. F Twilight, the one who's in my chat right now, this is his song, so go follow this man. He makes some pretty good music. If you don't know, soju is a Korean liquor, so some really strong stuff. And he lived in Korea, so, and he plays Tekken. Okay, I'm just gonna castle. I'm surprised we haven't checked each other yet. Is this like high level 3 check? No. This is like a real game. Alright, so I'm threatening a check here. Yeah, I think there's some high level, like really high level. He has 1 check. I don't care about that check. I'll give it to him. Send it 1 check to that one. I have at least 2 checks on this one. He might have me on this one. This is just a real game. This is... That's 1 check. Two checks right here. That's 1 check. I guess to play rookie 7. Okay. Go, go. Oh, okay. I'll play a regular game. You from Germany? Nice. From Germany. I used to read and write in German. I used to play this game called RuneScape, and I used to play on the German servers all the time because I was a nerd. So, okay. Actually, let me show you guys something. This is the bird opening. Really cool to play against Sicilian players. I'm gonna play this eventually. Yeah, I should have actually played it before. Let's play A4. Support the bishop here. Bam. Oh, he allows me to double his pawns. Now this bishop is kind of shut out. Let's castle before he plays a6 and I can't castle. I can always play here. But now these 2 pawns are very weak. Here we go. He allowed me to play that move with no there's nothing there. Now I gotta play here, gotta threaten some stuff. And then maybe I'll play c4 and really lock these 2 pawns down. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This knight's really strong on this square. Let's see, what else can I do? I can play here, bring the rook here. Maybe my queen can come here. Maybe my queen can come here, and then I can play rook c8, bishop a6, and then a3, and then attack this pawn. In the future, yeah, I think I win a pawn here. Takes. Yeah. And his rooks have no potential. This knight is just amazingly strong. Let's play this first. I feel like my position's a little bit stronger, so I can trade when I want to. No, he can't take because I have check and but I don't even have that because the rook's. So you know what I can do? I can threaten this. Well, that doesn't make sense. Maybe just a simple. Oh, okay. Now he allows it. So I'll play here now. Just come here. Where are you going, buddy? But I really need this knight to move. Yo, if I had knight here, it would be really nice. Well, I'm gonna just take the free piece. He wants to trade. His king can get in here. I'll take whatever. His king can't take, and then I play here. Let's try to make a pass pawn. Well, I have this outside pass pawn, right? He has no tempos now. 1, 2. I don't want to calculate too long. It's an H pawn too, so. Hello. Covering this square, give me that. I like this pre-move function. Oh, that's fine. Prograph is new here. Hey, Prograph. Your phone keeps buffering. I have to keep it on audio, bro. Don't worry about it. I will put the music down just a little bit so you can actually hear my voice. I think he might have just left. He disconnected. You know what they say about people who disconnect. All right, let's play a few more. I really like this b3 opening. It's so nice. Nice playing like a little headshot kind of system. So I really want my pawns out now. So he's not going to put his pawns. So he wants to take. What do you guys think? 2 pawns for a piece? Is that fair? Yeah, but he can develop this. Can't develop this. He only can develop these pieces. So let me get another piece of mine out, and then I will consider it. Okay. Yeah, let's take it. I'm going to take here. 2 pawns of the piece is fine. Oh, what am I doing? Jesus. Okay, at least I have the 2 bishop here, right? So okay, let me take this. Obviously, he doesn't want his pieces. I want a castle. So it's about even right now. Yeah, I don't know where he's going. I'm gonna castle this way. I'm gonna attack the weak pawns. He wants to play here. G4. And he can't take that pawn. Yeah. He still can't take that pawn, so let's play chop. Let's put a rook behind that pawn. Yeah. I don't care what he's doing over here. Yeah, I don't have to worry about anything he's doing. Oh man, I should just go back, but I should have cared a little bit. Just a little bit cared. Okay. He has to defend this piece. Let's play here. Let's take this. All right. Alright, so somehow I got up to endgame where I'm up 3 pawns. He also attacked this. Okay. I will let him. What? You want to trade rooks in this endgame? Okay. And so if I don't win this, he's cheating. This rook pawn's too much. We just learned about rook pawns. Hello. Alright, let's move our king up. Pawn here. It's gonna be a simple one, guys. Just push the pawns. Keep winning. So push the pawns. I'm gonna push this pawn. Check. Check. If I don't win this, call the police. He's cheating. Oh, you guys are gonna like the next set of moves. He's in zigzag. Let's play here. So he goes here. Okay, we'll make a queen here. Alright, cool. Checkmate. Alright, cool. And we'll play. Let's do a few more. I'm feeling kind of nice. This music is feeling me nice. I do have to change the tunes though. Wait, why did he abort? It took like 5 seconds, bro. That's him again. I'm gonna play Sicilian. He's gonna try to checkmate me. I don't know how I feel about this. He should... Oh, he played there. You know what? I'm just gonna play d5 myself. Yeah, this is too aggressive. He needs to take care of his position first. He has a castle. I don't know what he's doing. Now the bishop can't go here. Oh, nice. Oh, no. What are you doing? Hello. Free piece? I think I'm blind. I think it's a free piece. I'm gonna take. I'm just deciding like what's the best move. Okay, I'll just take this way, and let's pin this. Attacking this, right? You know, I could just play this. Actually, no. I want him to play here, so I can play this. What? Oh, he wants to try to take this? You a little sneaky. I got this intermezzo though. What are you doing? Protecting everything, and if he plays here, I can play knight check, and if he plays here, I can play bishop check, and then play here, where the queen has to take. What is he doing, baby? Come on. What's a good chess app? So JapaneseTutor, you're a Dominican streamer from the USA. I am Dominican. My parents are Dominican. I used to teach Japanese. I used to live in Japan. I have a dashiki on. All the confusion. What's a good chess app? You should download chess.com, and then any tactic app that's free, honestly. Just go on your App Store or Google Play Store, and then anything is good. I'm just gonna trade down because he only has a bishop, right? It's a free pawn. Oh man, I'm missing a lot of stuff. Okay, it's fine. I can mate with a bishop and a knight too. Oh, that would be so awesome if I can mate with a bishop and a knight on stream. But I have an outside pass pawn, so he should play here. So he stops my pawn from moving. Well, I'm out. If he's not going to do that, then it's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to try to collect this pawn over here. Okay. Okay, so he's letting me take all the advantages, so I'm gonna take them. I'll also have this later. Let's play this. And I can push this pawn. Oh, he didn't let me mate him with a bishop and a knight. Forward Chess is a pretty cool app for interactive chess books, but it's pricey. Yeah, people move. Yeah, I mean, and I like this 3-2 because I can talk to you guys. Before, when I was just playing regular 3-minute, I would have to worry about, oh, I'm actually playing regular 3-minute. Never mind. I'll play 3-2 now. Let's play. Oh, okay. So let's play this B3. This is featured a lot on Nakamura's stream. And this can transpose into a lot of different things. Bishop G4. Then I play here. This is the critical move here, actually. I really want to double these pawns. So I really, really want to double your pawns, bro. Like, if I don't double his pawns, at least I want to win his bishop, and then I have the bishop pair. But if I have the chance to double his pawns, because then that means my bishop can get really strong. Alright, so I'm going to double his pawns. And now my knight's going to be extremely strong here. And this is the concept that I was bringing up earlier. I can just castle. Maybe my knight can go here. Yeah, I think my knight can just go here. Maybe just c4 and then place my knight here. Let's play here. Just protect everything, and then now I can take. And if he takes, then I can take this way. Really nice. And then I have some open stuff, some open files for him. And I have c4, blocking this bishop in. So like 1b3, d5, e4. You can play e4. Like if they play c5, you can play e4 and you can transpose into a b3 Sicilian. Yeah, you can play that. That's fine. Let me go back to this. I want to play c4. This is free. I hung that. Alright. It's probably gonna take anyway, so. And if not, then it's bishop. Oh wait, I just free moved it. Come on. That also blocks. I don't know. He's up a pawn, but the real question is, what is that pawn really doing for him? You know what I mean? And he only has one square for his knight, so I'm gonna play rook here, be sneaky, bam, and then I have this e4 move to take. Well, actually, so he's gonna allow me to do that anyways, right? Shh! Don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, all right? That was my plan. But maybe can I sneak? I want to sneak my queen here. I don't know how to. Huh. Let's. Can I get here? I like that everything is defending everything. That's a pretty cool sign. I mean, he doesn't have any attack, right? So but this knight is dead, so maybe I shouldn't have played c4 in that position. Whatever. Okay, bishop check. That's fine. Play back. Like, I would love to trade this piece off for something, because this is out of my way. Ooh! Rook b1, rook b1. That's fine. Ooh, come on. Yes. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you. Like, exactly. Like, you are my savior. What? Okay. My man. My man with all the stops. Give me this. My man with the clutch blunder. That blunder was so clutch. Now I think I'm gonna play here again. I don't know where I should play. Okay, so maybe I should just play back. Let's just play back. I don't want to think too much and then I run out of time. And I really do want to trade. Where's he going? He doesn't have the h5 anymore. Ah. But yeah, I'll show you what I was talking about if I get white again. Black has doubles broken over as many pieces. Yeah, he has no attack. I mean, did you see? He had no attack. B3, B3. Okay. So I'll play correctly this time. No attack. Learn. Develop all my pieces. We learning today. If he allows it. Or she. Where's this rook gonna move? You tell me, boys. Pin him and win him. Where's the rook gonna move? Give me that free stuff. What? Is that checkmate? Or is this checkmate? This is checkmate. Double check. King has to move, right? Because I'm attacking him here and I'm attacking him here. Rook. This knight covers this. He has to go here. And then I have checkmate here. No checkmate here. What do you guys want? Oh, well, he resigned. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, when you play the G6, I think you can just play E4 in that case. You don't have to play E3. You can just play E4 and again, like I said, go into the regular, like a modern almost. Oh, by the opponent, of course, yeah. But I don't know. I think I was holding. I played pretty good moves. I had to play like the only moves. Oh yeah, I was gonna allow you guys to which checkmate you guys wanted. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's do two more. I do have to do laundry and I do have to I go grocery shopping. Ooh, person from Japan. Let's go. I wonder if the lag is gonna be insane. Yo, I want to play something fun though. Okay, I'm gonna try to play something fun after. Pre-move God. I'm playing like a reverse collie kind of thing. Yeah, I'm lagging. My plan is to play e5 anyways, right? I think bishop f4 is supposed to be pretty strong here. Allow this e5 break. I have a wall blunting his bishop, right? Where's he planning to go? This knight on c4. I can place a knight on c4. I can play a knight on e5. Well, of course I'll move it for you. Don't worry. I have a very juicy square. Very nice squares for my knight. Yeah, I can even play here. Attacking the knight, attacking the pawn. I really want to get something on that square. I can play check first, right? Check. Let's put some more pressure on this square. I do drop the defense of the... Okay, so let's... I just want to play fun though. I don't want to calculate too much. G6 takes queen takes whatever. I don't care. Some players play kamikaze and commit Sudoku in the opening, but that doesn't count. That's super funny. Sudoku, but doesn't count. Wow. Okay, I like that. right? So bishop takes, hopefully. I am not gonna trade. Please play something like this. I would love. Oh, he's why? Let me do it for the fans. So what I wanted to play the checkmate, the what is that called? The Smothers mate. I don't want to trade. Whatever. Outside pawn, right? We're just learning about this. Okay. My king needs to get into the action. This bishop is stuck here. I need to play here maybe earlier. Okay. So I'm gonna win this pawn fairly easily, and now I need to find out what to do after this. Alright. Alright, so rook endgame. This guy, chances are your opponent's a professional Go player and just learned the rules of chess 2 days ago. I mean, c6 or b6 are pretty, yeah. He almost won territory there. Oh, this guy. You're hilarious. I tried playing Ego. I suck at Ego. It's so bad. I'm so bad at Ego. He's winning territory. So you're probably right. Maybe he is a professional Go player. Alright, doesn't mean I can't try. I guess I'll just offer him a draw. He declined a draw. Okay, that's fair. I don't have any moves either, so I can't trade. Is he gonna come in? Hello. Whew. We're coming in the house. We are coming in the house. This still might be a draw. He almost claimed. He's trying to claim territory. You see that? Tricky guy. I can't take that. Oh no. So my rook looks stupid here. Oh. My queen would. He doesn't queen with check. That's the point. Okay, so I wonder. Oh no, I lost on time. That's great. Amazing. Nah. Oh. He won territory. He got territory. Alright, I want to play some fun chess. I want to play some like. I just want to play a kamikaze attack, not really have to think. So if I'm white, I need to play white again. Okay, so here we go. The grab. The grab. Everything. Okay, whatever. I traded 2 side pawns for a center pawn, so advantage us. But I have no development as white, so. I don't know where it is. Probably wants to trade bishops. So he wants to take a pawn. Okay, whatever, take the pawn. I'm gonna castle. I'm gonna castle this way like a man. I'm gonna castle like a man. No, first I gotta play e4 like a man. And then castle like a man. No, my man, that pawn's yours. Or if you want me to push it, I can push it up the board for you. I'll push it up the board for you. Like a man. Okay, I don't want to open the file, so sacrifice a pawn to do that. Let's put more pieces over here. Thinking about sacrificing here, maybe sometime in the future. No, I can't allow it to open the line, bro. It's not happening. Or maybe I need to play here first. Or maybe I'm enticing him too much, so you can't think. I know this position's, I don't know, is it worse for me? Let's see, 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 3 1 2 3. He has an advantage over here. Like, why will you just let me sack? Like, just, get this bishop off the board. Oh, I played that to play bishop b1. Oh. Like, I played there to play bishop b1. What is this? This is not even chess. It really isn't. Hopefully he can't think, and maybe he's too confused. Wait, what if I can try to confuse him more? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, alright, well. That's what I get. Yeah. No, yeah, I wanted to play rook. I wanted to play bishop b1, but I guess I was enticed. But guys, thank you so much for being in my stream today. But unfortunately, I have to cut it. I do have to handle my responsibilities. Wow, almost a 3-hour stream tonight. Today. So thank you. If you haven't already, please follow. So if you like the content. If not, then just, well, I'm sorry, I can't help it. But you're gonna see